Hey guys, how you doing? My name is John and welcome to my NEStalgiaholic channel. This episode I want to talk about one of my favorite cartoon shows growing up as a kid, and that is David the Gnome. I refer to it as David the Gnome. It's actually officially called The World of David the Gnome. And it started in 1987 North America, actually produced by a Canadian company called Sinar Canadian Studios. And it first broadcast in 1987 on Nick Jr. and on Nickelodeon. This is the very beginning part of Nick Jr. when it first started. This was part of their segment, Nick Jr. segment on Nickelodeon. And it lasted 2 seasons, 26 total episodes. Right here in my hand, I have a complete DVD series collection. There are no extra bonuses or anything like that, but it has all 26 episodes over 10 hours, almost 10 and a half hours of actual footage, which is cool. I have a lot of fond memories of this show growing up. The series itself actually started in Spain. It was known as David el Gnomo, and it's got translated to different languages. David Gnome is popular all over the world, and it's actually based on a Dutch book called The Secret Book of Gnomes, and that's what the series is based on. For those who don't know what gnomes are, they're little beings that are about 6 inches tall or 15 centimeters tall. They can live up to be 400 years old, and in this particular case, they live in the woods. They have telepathy. They can actually do some mind control. And in David's case, they actually do a lot with animals, so they can communicate telepathically through animals and kind of communicate with birds and the foxes, stuff like that. So their biggest, I guess, enemy or things that are actually hunting them down are actually poachers as well as trolls that appear in the show. Now, gnomes themselves have actually appeared in a number of different stories, including The Lord of the Rings. Harry Potter mentions gnomes. You also have C.S. Lewis mentions gnomes in Lion, Witch, the Wardrobe series, and in Warcraft they're actually a race of gnomes. So gnomes certainly have been around for hundreds of years, and you know, it's funny because we think of gnomes today, we think of Travelocity and we think of the garden gnome and we think of all these things like that, but actually it's a pretty good series. And if you guys haven't seen this particular series, The World of David the Gnome, I really recommend it. The animation style reminds me a lot of like The Secrets of Nim, if you guys have seen that cartoon from the 80s. And actually, that's one of my favorite cartoon movies of all time. It's a great movie. And the animation style kind of reminds me of this. And if you guys are just curious where the word gnome comes from, because it's kind of unique, it has a silent G. Actually, it's a Latin word. It comes from a Latin base. It's genomos, which means earth dweller. So that's certainly the case with these particular gnomes because they kind of live in the forest, they work with the animals. But I just can't recommend this series enough. Let me know if you guys remember David the Gnome. It is a really overlooked cartoon, I think, and I picked this up for $20 for all 26 episodes. I think that was a pretty decent deal. If you're a Prime member, you can save $3 off of that too through Amazon, which is cool. And you know, I was just watching some of these episodes the other day and it just threw back a lot of good memories of the show. The intro is really cheesy music. I'll put a link to the intro thing below. You can check it out, but due to copyrights, I don't want to show that right now. But definitely recommend you guys check it out, the show. I think all ages really enjoy this. Let me know what you guys think of David the Gnome. Let me know if you guys remember the show. Let me know other cartoon shows that you recommend from this time period, from the 80s, mid-80s. But I really think, my personal opinion, I think cartoon shows back when I was growing up are a little better than the cartoon shows today. Maybe I'm a little biased, but I don't know. When you compare like shows like this and DuckTales to like SpongeBob and shows today, I think this is just better quality entertainment. Maybe I'm being biased, but let me know what you guys think. But appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for subscribing, guys. We'll see you guys soon. Take care.